All right, hey everybody. So I am getting ready to attempt something new that I've never done. I saw it on a video I was watching, and thought it was really cool. So I'm attempting to do a piece that has a lid on it, which I've never done one before. I'm still learning how to make pieces, still learning how to pull walls that are even, and still somewhat learning how to center as well. So this could be a total fail, or it could be an amazing time. Either way, it's going to be a learning opportunity. So super excited to see what comes out. I have wedged 4 1.5 pound balls of clay. And so I just wanted you guys to be a part of this with me. And for any of my friends that are potters, if you have any advice as I am attempting this, please feel free to drop them in the comments, or you can message me directly. That would be fine too, because I'm still totally learning. So I am going to attempt to do this. So we will see what happens. All right. So the first thing that we do is turn our wheel on. Hey, Jeff. So again, this could go totally wrong, or it could be amazing. I did just work 10 hours. I just got off about 8:30, 8:45. And yeah, so I decided to come home and attempt this. So we're just cleaning the wheel head, getting it ready. Oh, grab my hand towel. All right, and then we just take our clay, and it's called throwing because you literally just throw it on there. We're going to center it a little bit. Hey, Kelsey. So right now what I'm doing is called coning and centering. So coning helps to center the clay. And it's kind of also wedging on the wheel, even though I already wedged I wedged 4 1.5 pound balls, cones of clay. So I'm attempting, hey Michael, I'm attempting to make a piece that has a lid. Hi Haley. Oh, I'm not. I am by no means good. I'm still very much an amateur, but thank you. It's fun. It's fun. I would definitely suggest it. So again, I'm really just trying to center. Takes a little while. What's up, Garrett? Hey, Aunt Penny. I hope you had a good birthday. Okay, so now that it's center, I am going to open up. You want a cereal bowl? I can do that. I'm not currently making a cereal bowl. I'm attempting to create a piece that has a lid on it that I've never, ever done, and super nervous. Jordan and Phil, they're out at the ball field right now. Centering by feel. No, so centering, so you cone it up and then you push the clay forward and down and it centers it. I'm just kind of reading messages and responding. So you can, it's kind of feel, but it's a lot more to it. So now I'm going to open up the piece. So you just put, oh yeah, rotary always floods. I used to play at rotary when I was younger, and it always floods. All right, so now we're gonna open it some more. Just kind of pull towards you to open it, and that gets your base of like how wide you want the piece. Yeah, rotary always floods. It's dried decently, but when it pours, yes, especially that front part, you can't even get into the park because it floods right there. And that little creek right there, it's called Beaver Creek. I'm like, them beavers aren't doing their job. It's supposed to be damming it up, right? But yeah, Jordan and Phil are out in Pleasant Hill is where they're currently at. All right, now I'm going to but yeah, so now I've got my base and I'm going to stop the wheel and going to take my little needle point I have here to check to see how thick the base is. Oh, it's not that thick. That makes me sad. It's all right. So that's not really that good. You want it kind of way thicker than that. You want it like that. So we're going to see. So I may not keep this one. I may throw another one, but I'm at least going to attempt to pull the walls and close it and see. So we'll see. The next one, I will definitely make a thicker foundation. The bottom of it will be a lot thicker for sure. All right. So now I'm going to pull the walls. All right. So to do that, it's more like this type of thing. Slow it down a little bit. You want it to be consistent, so you don't want it full speed. So that was one. You pull it from the bottom, grab the clay at the bottom. I'm going to push in. All right, that was two. I might do another one. I think I'll do one more. Maybe. Yeah, we'll do one more. Three. So I have 3 poles. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna keep it at 3. Alright. So now I'm getting all of the water that's on the inside. Because when you close it, you don't want water in it because that's not good. It won't dry well. And if I really wanted, I could keep this as like a container and then just start over because the base is so thin. But we won't. We won't. All right. So I'm going to get my ruler real fast to see how tall it is. Okay. So I got my ruler. What is that, about 4 inches tall? And it's about 3.5 inches wide. All right, so now comes the part where I close it to make the lid. So this is, again, just an something that I saw on a video of kind of a supposed to be an easy way of making a lidded canister. So, alright, so I got all the water out, or the slip is what it's called also. I don't know why I shake so much. It drives me nuts. It's not good. It's like cutting hair when you shake. That's not good. It's not good when you do pottery and you shake. But okay, so now we're gonna begin to close the shape. See how it's kind of starting to get narrow? So that's what you want. You want it to kind of start getting narrow. It's getting there. I'm getting there, y'all. And this is just going to be the first part of it, because then once you get this part done, and I will come back on and show everybody also how that other part gets done. But alright, so we got that part. So it's closed. It's a closed piece. Even though it's got a terrible foundation. And so this top piece right here is going to stay like that, because that's going to be like the lid. So that's that part. However, there's another part that goes to it. So in the video that I watched, it showed to do that. And then to kind of make it to where you can cut your lid, they used what they call the chopstick method. So I've got my chopstick, and then you'll just put the chopstick in a little bit to make an indentation, which you want to keep the walls thick, so you can do that. Good morning, Edie. Well, for me, it's good night almost. I just worked 10 hours. So I'm going to attempt to put like a indentation right around here. And that will divide the lid and the base. And this is why like centering is super important. So hopefully I don't cut through, which wouldn't be bad, but that's not the way that I watch the video. So you don't cut it yet. All right, so you kind of see it kind of worked a little bit. Hey, Billy. So for those of you that are just jumping on, I'm attempting my first piece that has a lid. And I just want to say, I think it's quite beautiful outside. The rain is coming down. It's a little chilly. But I like the rain. I love going out, playing in the rain. I was at work last night into this morning, and we got some puddles, and I was like, I just want to go jump in the puddles. And there's been times that I have in between room checks. It can be calming, Edie. It most definitely can. But I at times struggle with perfectionism, and if it doesn't come out right, even though I'm nowhere near a professional and I've only been doing this for about three years and don't get to do it as often as I would like, there's a lot of learning. So I'm going to cut into it a little bit more. All right, I think I'm going to leave it. Yes, absolutely, washing away the stress. Yes, that's what I say. It's a cleansing. Playing in the rain is most definitely a cleansing, and I love it. But people think I'm weird, and they laugh at me, and I'm okay with that. With that laughing at me, that piece of it. Not everything in my life when people laugh at me am I okay with, but that I am. And I'm okay with that. So, all right. So now I think I'm going to leave that part alone. Now I'm just going to clean up the bottom right here a little bit. And with that, I'm going to use my wooden knife because I'm still learning. I have all these other tools. Like you can use these metal ones. But I'm still learning them. I'm not, and I don't like the sound they make against the metal. Maybe if I could like have a bat or something. Yeah, I work thirds, Edie. I work at a treatment program, working thirds right now, 10:30 p.m. to 8:30 a.m. Tuesday through Friday and a Saturday. And so anyways, I need to get some new ones because they're not that sharp. See, they need to be sharp and they're not. So if I knew how to sharpen them myself, I mean, I'm sure you can, but I'm not a carpenter. I don't know how to do that. I'm sure it's just as simple as like shaving or something, whatever. So I'm just going to clean up the bottom of this a little bit. And then I'm going to take my wooden rib, my little mini wooden rib, maybe. See, I don't like, And then all right. So far, I'm quite impressed. However, I know the bottom is, so I'm going to turn that off to where it can't move if my foot accidentally hits it. I'm not doing that. All right. Now I didn't grab it. Okay. We take what's called the wire cutter to cut it off. All right. So I'm going to flatten this straight. If I had a bat, it would be easier, but cut straight down. I hope I didn't cut through the bottom. It was quite thin. And I could still keep it. It would just be, we both don't like metal sound. No. No. And I just, it's like nails on a like I just don't, I can't. And that's like, there's a name for that. So let's see what the bottom looks like. You want to make sure your hands are dry when you pick it up. So, let's see. And again, this isn't it because I have to wait for it to dry so it becomes leather hard. And then when it becomes leather hard, I can put it back on and I can take my needle point and like cut off the actual lid and then trim it up. So this is just the first step in the process. Let's see. Oh, boo! It went through. That stinks. It went through. That's sad. Well, at least I know I can do the rest of it. So let's cut it. So since it went through, let's cut it in half. Because that's what I was told, and I've gotten better. I've gotten better with learning to let things go. I'm not as stressed as I would normally be. So let's cut it in half and see what the walls and stuff look like. Alright. Alright, so we cut it in half. Let's see how good I did as far as it being even. I know, bummer. However, I got 4 other 1.5 pound clay balls, so. And I got a whole nother bag of clay. So Mother's Day's coming up. My birthday's coming up. If anybody wants to get me anything, pottery tools, clay, anything that goes with pottery, just going to put that little plug in there. I'd totally be okay with any of that. Can you? Oh, absolutely. You can reuse the clay. Yeah, I can reuse the clay. After we open this up, I'll show you. I have a whole bucket that I got to reuse, but I need to get, I can do it on my table, but there's like a certain kind of like wood or not concrete, but something else that, that you, once it's ready, that you put it on and it dries and you just, re-wedge it. All right, so let's see what this looks like. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Pretty even on the walls. Maybe a little thick. That's what the bottom should have looked like. That's what the foundation should have probably been, that thick. But yeah, so the handle was good. It closed all the way. So that's good. So I know I can do it. I can do that part. And that's a decent amount. So if this would have worked, once it dried, I would have just taken this and then cut this off. So that it would have been a lid. So but so that it would have been an actual like lid. But not bad. Not bad. You win some, you lose some, right? Not bad. So this can probably be, because it's not really that wet, so I could probably re-wedge this, and it would be fine. But again, yes. So I'm gonna get right in this, but I told you I would show you my bucket of Reclaim. How you get the bottom thicker. So when you are opening up the clay, you just don't go down as far. And if I think I allowed this video to be rewound, maybe. So when I end it, you can go back, rewatch it, and you can see, like, when you open it, you just don't go deep into the clay. So yeah, so this is my bucket of Reclaim. So it's like a mop bucket. And then so what you do ultimately is you get like all the water off the top, and then there's clay down in it, so you'll want to make sure to mix it up and make sure there's no clumps. I have to use my hands because I don't have a hand drill mixer, which is what a lot of potters use, but I'm rich in a lot of ways, but I'm poor financially, so yeah, I don't have the money. So a lot of people use like a paint mixer, something you would like mix paint with, to mix it up, and then you would let it sit, remove all the water that you can, let it sit some more, remove all the water until it gets like a slime type consistency, and then you would lay it out. So that's how that goes. But thank you guys for watching my first attempt making a closed vessel with a lid. I plan on trying at least one more time. Again, I do have three wedged balls right there. So this is my little station. So from my garage to your phone, Forever Nicole Pottery thanks you. Have a great weekend and have a blessed day.